Welcome to this session where you'll get familiar with OutSystems Developer Cloud Studio. The ODC Studio workspace allows you to access a variety of elements, from defining and scheduling timers to user interface elements, creating business logic flows and data-related elements. At the top right corner of ODC Studio, you have the 4 tabs. Each tab is for the corresponding layer: processes, interface, logic, and data. Switching to each tab reveals the elements that are part of that specific layer. Selecting or opening each one of the elements from the tree shows its properties below. The properties allow you to tweak and customize the behavior of each element individually. You may also select multiple elements and edit common properties. True Change is a capability of ODC Studio that validates your application. If any error is detected, a red cross symbol shows at the top, and the error list is shown at the bottom. When no error is detected, the green one-click Publish button is shown. After publishing the app to the deployment stage, the button changes to the blue Open in Browser. Let's now see how different the canvas is when a user interface element is opened, such as a screen. At the center of the canvas, we can see a live preview of the screen. To the left, there's the toolbox. Since this is an interface element, the toolbox has widgets, which are the building blocks of a screen. A screen such as this one is composed of dozens of widgets, including text, images, charts, maps, buttons, and many more. Widgets can be dragged and dropped onto the screen canvas. It is also possible to change the preview mode, allowing you to see how the screen will look in the different types of devices and orientations. While we're working on different elements, the ones that can be styled have a toolbar to quickly apply styles. You can also create custom CSS and apply the different classes to each widget individually. The element breadcrumb is also useful to navigate back and forth in the element hierarchy. The Widget Tree tab button is quite useful when working with the user interface screens. As screens become quite complex, they end up containing a large number of widgets. Toggling the widget tree allows you to view the hierarchy of all widgets within the screen, which happens to be shown on top of the elements tree. At the bottom, we have the widget breadcrumb. This breadcrumb is quite useful when you need to navigate in the hierarchy of a specific widget on which you are working. That's it for the user interface. Let's now take a look at the logic editor. Similar to what happens with the user interface, at the center we have the canvas area, that in the case of business logic displays a visual representation of your logic. The toolbox works the same way, but instead of showing widgets, it now shows the elements that can be used inside the logic flow, ranging from assignments for each loop to database queries, and so on. Finally, let's go over the data layer. We can open entity diagrams and see a visual representation of the data model and the entities created. That is the database tables. Data elements can be managed entirely on the elements tree to the right. And that's it for the ODC Studio walkthrough.